Got a CJRB here. CJRB. Heavy. Feels like a big one. This is a CJRB Frack. Stonewash AR RPM 9 blade. Stonewash steel handle. Okay. So it's the cousin to one of my favorite knives, the Echo. Right? The Echo and the Pyrite. It's kind of like the old, Led Zeppelin or the Stones, Bob Seger or Bruce Springsteen, Echo or the Pyrite. Got a cleaning cloth. I mean, it's got all the standard stuff here. Let's get it out of here. And I fall on the Echo side of things, man. Can't explain it. It's just one of those things. Wow, look at this thing. That is a lot of stainless steel. That's big. Compared to the Echo, look at this. It's at least an inch plus bigger. Quite a bit wider too. Yeah. Wow, I did not know the Frack was that big. Let's get that blade out. Okay, nice. I mean, it's got like pyrite lines, so it's almost like a pyrite extra large, sort of. Yeah, it's big. But they do this action really well. But man, that is a big blade. That is a lot of steel right there. Fall shut action. Choke up. Lots of choke up potential here. Yeah, interesting. I had no idea the Frack was so big. It's big. It's got a frag pattern into the stainless, which is cool. It does provide some grip, whereas with this Echo, man, I had to go maul it and mess with it, and I recently sandblasted it, and I think I'm going to sandblast it some more and try to really get a rough textured finish on it. Interesting. This thing is a monster. Well, let's pop in it. See what's up. Pretty sure it's standard, really nice stuff in here. Not a captured pivot. Okay. I'm not going to sweat that. It's not the end of the world. Looks like it's coming out the correct side. Feels really stiff though, so it's coming out the wrong side. Had it in there backwards, which 90%, if I would have just came at it from this side, it probably would have came loose and come out. Yeah, it's got Loctite on it. Fair piece of Loctite. But I'm gonna finish taking it apart from this side because I most definitely am gonna try to flip-flop that pivot. It's not captured, so there shouldn't be anything to keep me from doing that. We should be free now. Except that pivot stuck in there, Oop, there we go. Sprung a little bit. Didn't get away too far though. Nice big cage bearings. A little bit of oil, not too much. All that looks correct. Get that pivot out of there. All right, let's wipe down a little bit here. Lots of skeletonizing going on in here. Keep the weight down, but it's still a big, heavy knife. It's just large. It's a large profile, man. How's that tension? Oh yeah. Ooh, couldn't even lift it. Pretty sure that's going to run really well in the pocket. Now it's smooth steel against smooth steel. So it's probably going to run really smooth, but it's got a ton of tension in it. Lots of skeletonizing here on this side as well. Lots of weight reduction. And a little extra weight reduction by cutting in the frag pattern, you know. All right. What we got? Bearings. A little bearing rub. And I'm trying to adopt this new process to oil bearings. There was a suggestion, from a friend of the channel. And it's just brilliant. And these button locks are a perfect candidate for that. And that is to just put a little bit of oil on my finger and then rub the bearing in the oil, which leaves just a small correct amount of oil on it. And then I can do the other one. I mean, it's a little tiny thing. Is it making that big a difference? I don't know, but it does make sense to me. So I'm glad you suggested it, man. Yeah, we'll come in from the other side now. And one of the reasons I want to be minimalistic is because it's a button lock, and oil in these button locks can just cause stick. That's really all they do. You know, you would think that it would make sense to oil that action because that button's moving up and down. And how about we put some bearings down before we go doing all that? But it would be better off to just leave it dry versus oiling it. Which, I'm not going to leave it dry. I just want to be kind of minimalistic with the application of oil. Here we go. Yeah, see, everything. Well, no, there it did. Yeah, it tightened right up. No worries at all. Had I known it was in there backwards and went at it from the right side to begin with, I don't think I'd have needed another bit driver to assist. The action was already, A-level button lock action, so it can only be incrementally better. Certainly not going to be worse. Yeah, look at it. Nice. Solid. I mean, it's locked up tight as a drum. And centered blade. Yeah. Very smooth. Thumb flick. Spidey flick. Man, that thing comes out with authority. And it's because it's such a big blade. Look how big that blade is. It's massive. Let's grade that action. I mean, I'm going to say it's an A to an A minus. I don't even know why I'm saying to an A minus. It's just really solid. Super intuitive, very easy to control. Yeah, it's really nice. Ergonomics. Yeah, very refined in hand. Everything's knocked down well. It's very comfortable in hand. Pocket clip disappears. Reverse grip, can cap it with my thumb. It's a long grip, but I can get my mitt in there and then cap that. Yeah, that's really confident. This is really confident as well. I mean, it's one of the bonuses here. Definitely would rather be here with the, I mean, it's almost a spear point, right? Um, wow, that is really nice. And I showed this in the beginning. It's got a wonderful choke up spot here, you know, for power or detail. Yeah, pretty cool. Let's check that lock. Yeah, no worries with that lock. What about safety? Make sure we can't contact that blade. Yeah, the tip's recessed. All right, check the clip. We'll just go for the thick stuff. Yeah, all the way in. Deep carry. I mean, maybe an eighth of an inch sticking out at the very bottom of that. Definitely doesn't reveal the monster of knife that's in that pocket. And yeah, very smooth in and out. With the frag pattern, I do feel it gripping quite a bit, which is a good thing on this big knife. Yeah, very cool. My spot disappears. Doesn't reveal that there's a folding machete in my pocket. Yeah, yeah, that is a big knife, man. All right, so the clip is good, tip's good, no contact here, so I can handle this knife any way I want, and I'm not going to catch the sharp part as long as it's closed. Let's see how that button's doing. Oh yeah, see that? Grabbed it way out there. Yeah, no detent lash, very solid. All right, AR RPM 9. Yeah, like a razor blade, very, very, very sharp. All right, well, price and availability. What are these running? Okay, well, you can find this exact piece tuned up by me over at Timber's Edge Knife. I think it's going to list for just under $70. So if you're subscribed over there or get subscribed, you can get 10% off that, which will put it in just a tick over $60 to your door. That's no tax-free shipping. So, man, the CJRB Frack. It's big. It's got their wonderful button lock action. Um, yeah, pretty cool. And I like the ARRP RPM 9. Seems to hold an edge, sharpens relatively easy. And I think I'm qualified to say, man, I've been banging around with this Echo for a long time. Yeah, and I still like it a lot. This would definitely fall into my if I can only keep so many knives list. Really like my Echo. All right, y'all. Enough about what I like. Appreciate y'all watching on this video.